plant them with less chill hours, they're going to be less vigorous. So getting that right actually makes a pretty big difference. Understanding the requirements for certain varieties to grow vegetatively enough to give you a fruit set over the course of the season that is desirable. That's sort of the goal. So we work with the nurseries who tell us, okay, with this variety, this is how many chill hours you want these plants to get.
What variety is that?
Huh?
What variety?
This is called Albion. So Albion, that was bred through the UC system, the UC breeding program, and it's been bred with a lot of, what do they breed for? Like shipability and disease resistance. It actually has pretty good flavor as well, and I think you all have tasted the berries here, right?
Yeah, they're so nice.
Yeah, they're good. So we like it because it tastes good, and it's actually a pretty, it's kind of a tough variety. Like it doesn't bruise that easily. It, has, it's not soft. It has kind of like a dense flesh, and it's really sweet. So, they come like this. They have these are the roots that are storing the carbohydrates, which will give the plant vigor once we put it in the ground. And then here we have, this is the crown, so the compressed stem, and then we have a few leaves that are coming out. So this is what the first part that's going to grow once we put them in the ground. These are going to kind of grow and unfurl, and then these are the leaves that were chopped off, and we don't need these anymore. They'll grow new ones, and then this will be our plant for the next year that we'll harvest off of.
So did they take those from runners or from seed?
Runners, yeah. So it's all of the plants that we plant out here were produced asexually, so not through seed, but through this process of digging up the runners or digging up the daughter plants.
Is that easier for strawberries to plant them like that or to do it by seed?
It's a lot easier, yeah.
It's quite cool they don't die when they're just in a box.
They are really, you could plant these, they wouldn't perform super well, but you could plant these in 2 months and they just kind of hang out like this, and they do just fine. So yeah, so do y'all have any questions about that? Anything you'd like to know about strawberries that I haven't told you?
How do you place them?
How do we plant them?
Space them?
Oh, space them. We put them on single rows at 8-inch spacing. You can put them tighter together. You can do 2 rows on a bed top. We've just found for ease of harvesting, we kind of like having a single row. And we actually don't use the hori-horis.
You don't?
But thank you for grabbing them. I appreciate it. We use these very cool planting tools. So this is just a piece of iron that's bent. Sometimes what we've done in the past is we've taken these are kind of the fancy ones, where we took an angle grinder and we cut into the iron a little bit to create these little what do you call that?
Sharp bit.
Thank you. Yeah. So
Where'd you find them?
we made them.
No, yesterday.
Oh, in the field room.
Oh. You guys made those, so those aren't like a tool you would.
No, this isn't.
Most people not use.
So
these.
when I first planted strawberries as an apprentice, like 13 years ago, we just used hori-horis or trowels, and then so I believe, and I may be spreading a lie, but that Ryan at Blue House actually came up with this tool. I don't know if he saw it somewhere and then started, because we saw him using them, and I think that he took credit for it, although I should probably confirm this with him. And then we started making our own at Freewheelin' and planting our strawberries this way.
Okay.
So, I mean, one of the things, if you go out and look at kind of the commercial planting of strawberries, typically they're coming through and they're burning holes in the top of the plastic, a hole about this big, and then they're transplanting into that hole. And that works just fine. The issue for us is around weed management. And the moment you open this big hole and then you plant into the middle of it, you're going to spend a lot of time weeding that little hole. And so what this does is it slips the plant into the ground through the plastic. and I'll show you how it works, but I do need to consult my map, because here's the one important thing is that, so we've got, this is a random, not random, but like a research trial pattern, where for those of you who got here a little bit later, we're planting conventional and organic starts as part of a trial. So we are gonna plant, so these 2 beds are gonna be organic starts up to the pink flags there. And then after the pink flags, we're gonna plant conventional starts. So what I'll probably do is put the organic box here.